Hello, I'm Shelby from the Dwight Foster Public Library in Fort Atkinson, and I'm here today in one of my favorite sections of the library. I'm on the second floor in the adult nonfiction, call number 746, and this is where we have books in our collection on fiber crafts, things like knitting, crocheting, embroidery, needlepoint. There's even some quilting books up here as well. So I always want to share with you some of the resources that are available for you to check out, also some of our online resources, and then show you a few projects that I have made over the years and one thing that I'm currently working on. So we have lots of books on lots of different types of crafts. Crocheting, if you're a beginner and you're looking for really easy things, we've got some things that would help you out as well. You may want to do something simple and quick, so there's a book on one skein wonders, which can be kind of fun. Also, if you want to do hats, there's things like that. But the other thing that really draws me to these kind of crafts is I find that they're very calming and relaxing, and others must as well. We've got a book, Knit Yourself Calm, and Crochet Therapy, and I really think that there's a lot of truth in that. I find that I get sort of into a meditative sort of just calm state when I pick up a project and start working on it. And for me, it's just a really great way to wind down and relax at the end of the day or on a weekend afternoon. So if you're an experienced person or if you're just beginning, we have stuff here for you. Like I said, there's books at all different levels and types of projects, but we go one step farther. We also have a collection of knitting needles that you can check out and crochet hooks. So we've got everything from the circular knitting needles to the straight ones, all in different sizes. And they come packaged in these nice little plastic containers so that you can transport them back and forth easily. There's crochet hooks in a variety of sizes and styles as well. So if you're the experienced person and you just don't have that one that you need, or if you're just learning and you don't want to make a big investment, you can check these out and borrow them from the library. We give a lending period that allows you to get a project done and then just bring them on back. So over the years, I've learned how to do more and more in crocheting. When I started out, I did really simple things. I made blankets or afghans where it was just a straight line back and forth. And then I started going to a little bit more complicated things, just challenging myself to see if I could do those. And this is where the library came in really handy for me because it was a great place to read through patterns, find something that I thought I could try and be successful at. So one of the next things I moved on to was making hats. And this one had a pair of mittens to go with it, and that was kind of fun to do in the same pattern. A lot of the books have instructions in the back of them, so they'll show you how to do a stitch or show you how to do a portion of the pattern that you might not be familiar with. And I always tell people it's really good to use YouTube videos if that picture is in the back of the book isn't quite clear enough. Just look it up on a YouTube video and that'll help you out as well. Scarves is another great place to start out if you're learning. Just a straight flat scarf is a great learning project. Then as I got good with those, I started going to some different kinds of scarves. So this one's a cowl that you can put over your head, and that was a fun one to make. And again, a little smaller project, you can get through it pretty quickly. I started getting a little braver and a little braver, and I found a really fun set of books. We don't own these at our library here in Fort Atkinson, but you can get them through the system. And it's a collection of books that just shows you patterns how to make all these fun little crocheted stuffed animals. So I thought, well, let's give it a try. It's not a big investment in yarn. So here's one that I made, little turtle. And it's a great way to use up if you have some bits of colored yarn left over and you just need a little project to make. It's a great thing to do. I also came across patterns for these that are another great way to use up small pieces of yarn. Mandalas, and this book is just loaded with patterns, all different styles and colors, and it's a great way to use up those really little bits of yarn. So I've been messing around and making some of those, and they're just a really quick, easy project and a fun way to use up those little bits of yarn that are left. We also have some magazines that highlight fiber crafts that are available for checkout. This one is on crocheting, and I'm currently making a project from here. I also wanted to let you know that we have magazine access through something called Flipster as well. And this magazine is available on Flipster also, so you can access that with your library card right through the library's website. So just look for where the link to Flipster is on our homepage and check out crochet magazines, knitting magazines, and I'm sure there's lots of other crafty kind of magazines in there as well. But this one we have in the library, and I saw this really cute pattern for this cute little baby sweater, and I have somebody in mind that I'm making this as a gift for. And so I'll just show you where I'm started on that one so far. So I have the back done with the arms in the back, and then I have the two little side pieces that I'll hook onto the back. And then once I get that all hooked together, I think I have to do some trim and put some buttons on it and the hood. But that's where I am right now. That's what I've been working on most recently. So I hope that you're as excited about this section in the library as I am. If you're experienced and you want to find some new patterns, or like I said, borrow some of our knitting needles or crochet hooks that you might not have and you need for a project. If you're that beginner, come down and just take a browse through it if it's something that you've always wanted to learn how to do. Hopefully we can get you inspired and get you started. Before we had to close the library and stop in-building programming because of the pandemic, we also had a monthly group that met that we just called Fiber Group. And it was just a group of people that like to do all these variety of different kinds of crafts. And hopefully at some point in the future when we can start doing programming in the building again, we'll be able to start that group up. So if that's something that you might be interested in, keep that in mind for the future. But for now, you can place materials in our library or in other libraries in the system on hold on your card. We're still doing curbside pickup, so if you're more comfortable grabbing your materials that way, please feel free to do that. Or you may also come into the library and browse the stacks if you want to. We're here and that's available as well. If you have questions about any of this stuff, how do I access Flipster? How do I find those crochet hooks or knitting needles? If I want to see if you have the one that I'm looking for, just give us a call at the library and we'd be happy to help with that. So I hope that you enjoyed learning about these resources today as much as I enjoyed sharing them with you. And I hope that I maybe have inspired you to try something new or to pick up that crochet hook or knitting needles that you haven't in a while. For me, this is a great way to end my day by doing these crafts. It really helps me to calm down at the end of the day and relax. So that's why I am a hooked on crocheting person. So thanks for being with me today. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.